Hey everyone, I'm Artie. Welcome back to Art of Rally. I took a little break from the game, like 11 months. Since then, until now, Art of Rally has gone through many, and I mean many updates. So let me run through the list first, highlighting cool stuff, alright? First we had performance update. Then Heritage update, adding, among other things, 8 new cars, ghost car feature, and livery mods. Updates 1.1.1 and 1.1.2 with tons of small features, improvements, and bug fixes. Then we had Polar Color update featuring redesign of the UI, cross-platform leaderboard with downloadable ghost runs of anyone on the leaderboards. Cool stuff. And again, tons of improvements and bug fixes. Then we had Kenya update, adding 6 new stages and 1 new free roam in the new location, Kenya, and 4 new cars. The most recent small update, 1.3.1, bringing more improvements and fixes, and it's not over yet because the developers are working on the new location, something tropical. It's good to be back. The music still slaps, but I had to turn it off because YouTube, but you just have to check out the game soundtrack if you haven't already, and you can buy it if you want to. Alright, let's start by checking out all the new cars that's been added, and then we're gonna continue my doubtful career. Remember that there are no objectively good or bad cars in Art of Rally, just different styles. So when I say that this car is not drift friendly or slow or too light, it means it's not for me and it doesn't fit my driving style. And it's different when using keyboard or controller, so everything I say about the cars is highly subjective and kind of first impressions. We should test new cars in Kenya because this is the new location. Lake Nakuru. Morning. This stage is actually perfect for test drive. We have 3 tight turns, fast lane, aka speed test. Then there is a part good for drift test. Then a couple of long bends. And a long straight with 3 jumps. Perfect. In Group 2, new cars are Lagorde and La Regina. Let's check Lagorde, Kenya, Lake Nakuru. Pink Flamings? Really? Let's go, let's do this. Test run. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my goodness, right off the bat, the car is so heavy. It doesn't feel like pressed down to the surface, to the road, but it's super heavy and it likes to slip. Quite fast, but slow acceleration. Oh, this track is super cool. Pretty cool to control. Drifting, I'd say it's like 5 out of 10. Drift friendly. So it's there, but it's not quite there. It's like halfway. Like I said, it likes to slip around on the road. But it's not hopeless. But still, it can perform some nice sideway, out of the road drifting. Other than that, drives pretty cool. It's almost, I want to say it's almost my kind of car. And it is. But it's not quite there. Next, in Group 2, La Regina. Let's check it out. La Regina, show me what you got. Go. Oh my goodness, another heavy. I mean super heavy car. Oh wow. Oh wow. It feels more down to earth. I mean pressed down to the ground than Lagorde. I guess it's faster, it accelerates. Yeah, better. Steering, I'd say It's more dynamic. 6 out of 10 drift friendly. So it's like 1 point up than Lagorde. But you know what? Lagorde was kind of like more, I don't know. Steering in this one is better, faster. That's for sure. Yeah, it's definitely more drift friendly. Group number 3. New cars are La Hepta, the Pebble V1, the Pebble V2, and the Zetto. La Hepta first. Give me a few moments to feel the car out. It's bulky, feels heavy, easy to lose control. Acceleration, not impressive. Pretty fast though. Drift friendly, well, if you set the car nicely and you like premeditate the drift you want to perform, it's okay. You have to be constantly focused when you drive this car and like think ahead all the time, because it's very, very easy to lose control. Braking is nice. Yeah. Next, the Pebble V1. The car is big, but it doesn't feel heavy for some reason. Acceleration, yeah, the car accelerates quite nicely. The steering is responsive, but it's very easy to let the car fly out of the road. Drifting, yes, but I had to set the car almost backwards on that 90 degrees turn to perform a nice drift. I would call this car intriguing. It's pretty cool. It's not easy to control. It's not like intuitive, you know? The Pebble V2. The car loves to slip around and it loves to go fast. And it's easy to control when we go fast. When it goes slow, it's very easy to just go off the road. I wouldn't call it drift friendly. And I have this weird feeling when especially when I go fast and I want to make, just little adjustments to keep the car on the road. Like the front of the car was pulled because the car tilts when it turns and then it goes back to even state. It wiggles weirdly, so it can be confusing. The car is lighter, like I said, but it's not light. It's like dynamically heavy. And the Zetto. Oh wow, this car feels super nice. Very stable. It's not the fastest car and not the lightest, but I feel confident driving it. Maybe it's not so dynamic, maybe it's not so fast, but it's very stable. And drifting feels good, really good. I like it. I like this car. I like it a lot. Nice, very nice. Jumping, drifting, taking narrow turns feels good. Very nice. Not so fast, but still very, very stable car. Group 4. So let's reverse Lake Nakuru. New cars are La Super Mountain, La Longana, and the Gazelle. 3 cars, yes. Super Mountain first. Let's see. The car feels light, it's fast, accelerates nicely. It's not easy to slip with this car, but when it slips, it's not so easy to go back on the road. Good brakes, and we need brakes because the car is very dynamic. The car tends to kind of like pull when we accelerate after taking narrow turn. You know what I mean? So, and it's easy then to slip. But yeah, it's light, it's fast, but once we lose control, it's done. We are done. You gotta be careful. Careful driving. La Longana. This car is treacherous. It's light, fast, easy to control, drift friendly, and we drive it and everything is cool and we feel confident, it's stable. But then it's like off out of the road and like what even happened? I didn't press anything. But maybe it's because it's light, so like small bump and it can just but overall this car is cool, really cool. Dynamic, light steering, it doesn't slip, and it easily takes narrow turns. Next, the Gazelle, the last new car in Group 4. Oh my, this car feels good. Dynamic, the weight is just almost perfect. Very drift friendly, nice control, fast steering, responsive. Acceleration, very nice. Feels really comfy. One thing, when we come out of a narrow turn, the car likes to be wild, slip a bit. So this is the only thing. Overall, it's almost perfect. Group B now. Lake Nakuru, still reversed. New cars in Group B are the King of Africa, DAS 559, and the Hyena. Let's go with the King of Africa first. At first the car feels nice, light, fast, even though it's quite bulky, easy to control, feels stable, but it's definitely not drift friendly. I even tried to force drifting and it ended up not so well. Narrow turns, the back of the car just slips away. So yeah, the car feels good as long as the road is relatively straight. But then, narrow turns, not really. And the car doesn't drift well, in my opinion, no. DAS 559. First thing I notice, I really need to press that arrow key to make the car turn. So steering, the car has to be told turn, and then it turns. So that's that. It's fast, it's light, it grips, it has a nice grip to the road. So drifting feels, little, I wouldn't say it's drift friendly, but it's stable. The car is stable. Even though I messed up the first narrow turn, the second one went well. But yeah, once again, the car has a nice grip. It doesn't slip almost at all. And the last new car, the Hyena. Oh, this car is pretty cool at first. Then it gets better. First of all, it's heavy, but it's dynamic. Steering, responsive, nice acceleration, not so drift friendly. It also, like DAS 559, has a nice grip, so it doesn't slip even when we want to drift. The car feels very kind of it's not even about the weight of the car, but it's very centered. It feels like everything was in the center of the car. The weight of the car doesn't shift. It's like driving a brick, with middle kind of wheel. Weird feeling. But the car is pretty cool. Yeah, 7 out of 10. But I didn't have fun driving it. It's stiff, okay?